Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. Ah! 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. Ah! 11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Down. One D down. Assuming captain's duty. Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted. Captain, I think
4B down. B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Spin, 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 spin. Spin, 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 spin. Keep spinning. No, these guys shouldn't spin.
Yes, I'm aware.
Please no spinneroo. Oh. Oh no. No, what are you doing? That was so free. Just had to light attack it and lock on. Freaked out, and I also got some inputs dropped, I believe. At least one damage glitch got dropped. And of course, I pressed it on the frame where the menu button doesn't actually go through.
Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Laser communications recovered.
I'm transmitting your pod program.
She looks so badass when she holds the sword like this.
Pod program download complete.
No.
Ma'am?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
Exit confirmed closed.
So open it.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
Whoops. Not supposed to change my weapon that early. Why is it always when the camera fucking swaps for just a second, my delayed lift turns into a fucking jump heavy? Even when it's not even that delayed. I don't get this game sometimes, man. Camera messes with the physics or something, I don't know.
Bulletproof apparatus detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
I know.
Tried to dodge it with my damage glitch. Didn't get the double on that damage glitch. Got the double there, which is nice. Alright, overall an okay prologue.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
I wonder what AB3's prologues are like. He's gunning for world record right now. He's a few minutes behind, but that's gonna change soon.
There should be another facility across.
And I can
the
really, like,
It's a bit of a hike, but
within
should we check
reason
it
for
out?
me to get a sub 130.
It's not like
It's only a
Command to get
minute of time
location
save.
wrong. I guess even they get
Even
bad
sub
intel from time
129
to
isn't
time,
that
huh?
extreme. Just so inconsistent though.
I wouldn't bet on that.
We have double damage glitch now to help.
Alert. High power jamming detected. No response from long range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Great, I slowed time down. Just doesn't even make this buffless worth a bit. And of course I have to laser him now. That was silly. I guess probably lift, light, heavy, jump, lift. No. Lift, heavy, jump, light. Gonna hit him at the start of the fight. Because just lift, light isn't high enough. And it's too slow.
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm
Eh.
going to destroy it.
I guess I should never really complain about this. I thought clap didn't hit you if you were all the way forward.
Alert. Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
Oh yeah, by the way, you can hit him. Pretty funny. You can also refresh your jumps. His body.
Hacking in.
Cutscene thing there again.
Black box signal detected. No response to communication.
Nina?
Didn't do it on that one, because if you do it on that one, you can't skip it at all afterwards. Pretty sure. Damn it.
I have to help 9S.
I hate it when that stubby second from the right in the first wave. If you go for the stubby second from the left in the first wave, the damage glitch, that stubby second from the right will always spin. Super annoying for my strat. Gotta find a better way to do it. Because either that one's gonna spin or the one second from the left's gonna spin. Like if I go for the outer left one, the second from the left will spin. Most likely.
Talk? I didn't know the machines had that kind of intelligence.
To be. I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in. To provide support. To be. The control on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. Should be able to take it over.
Of course.
Told you to shut up!
Control of upper arm. Seized from enemy unit. Marking weak point.
Got it. Seize its control system.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
Nothing. I...
All right. Okay. Okay. One. Morning. That. Oh. The.
Nice.
Huh?
There's
Sorry if you can hear that.
Oh, wait. You need to be near an access point to save.
Zigzags.
You can see
Not
access
sure whether
points
I'm
on
gonna
the
get it.
close-range map. Be sure to save often.
Yeah. For some reason, that's still not consistent with me.
The surface? That means we'll be getting flight units, huh? Better head for the hangar. Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet.
Oh, so fucking fast. Good job, 9S. Fucking rolled into that elevator. Probably the fastest I've ever seen him get there.
Why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are smarters.
Alright, alright.
Oh no. Dang, dude.
2B, you're going to have some new weaponry
Jump with the gun.
from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger.
Oh. This isn't, this isn't this. What I was trying to say. Poopy head.
Bunker to 2B, come in. I've set a landing point for your flight units. You'll be touching down quite a ways from the resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position.
Understood.
Good luck down there.
Target location acquired. Marking on map. Proposal. Proceed to target location.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
Ooh, that was almost too early.
So this is the resistance camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader first thing.
Wait. Speak to the men. What the fuck is my camera doing?
Target location data obtained.
Some pretty solid mashing.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Operator 60 to 2B. It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has...
That should be enough. Let's get these.
That was kind of a complicated situation.
Wildlife has claimed most of the central area. Big plants too.
Oh my god. Serious?
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such too.
You fucker. Oh. Oh baby. That was really good.
Okay, that's everything the supply trader asked for.
Probably the best I've had all day.
Man, these chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The Resistance is a valuable ally to your hub. By helping them, we also help ourselves.
The main con of
So,
moving like
I
this
don't think
is
you're a
that I
pain.
can't really
Yeah,
adjust my
yeah.
camera like I can with dash swinging. So I need to take breaks to adjust it so I can cut corners properly. Oh. See daisies. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be mashing with 2 hands. Do this part. That was solid mashing and menuing all around.
Pod 042
Solid
operator.
quests.
Coordinates confirmed for location specified by resistance.
I'm not going to guess about a time save because that's not what this run is about at the moment.
The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult.
It's about keeping my
Please
cool.
make sure you're ready before you go.
The pressure. The stress. When things go wrong, which they undoubtedly will. Although it would be nice to get a sub 130. Or even a PB. I PB'd a few times since I got this time, but they weren't significant enough for me to want to wipe my time. I like to always be comparing against a run that I'm familiar with. So if I keep on resetting what I'm comparing with, then I'm kind of like, I don't really know what I'm racing against. Which can be good in its own way. Man, can't wait till we find hyperspeed on Moose somehow. And use Moose everywhere we can. I love riding these things.
Has a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface. Currently, our struggle against the machine life forms is at a stalemate.
And I wish we had a way to get the Moose into the desert. Marky, please.
Find the effort grueling. But now is not the time to give up. Now, more than ever, we must forge on. Remember that several hundred
Don't fall into the void.
want nothing more.
Why is my camera like that? Thank you.
Glory to mankind.
That was fucking
Those
crazy.
council broadcasts are always so stiff.
Ooh. That was bad movement.
This sand sure is slippery.
That was a really stressful desert discovery skip. Like so much more than normal. Yeah, I'm still not sure about that slide.
Pre-
Careful.
Just like I'm not sure about going up that hill. Okay, just go right past the robot and we'll see what happens. Well, 9S didn't hit him that time for some reason. Oh, that was a pretty quick dive and we also got stupid rock.
It's heading for that rock.
It's gonna be so fast.
individual target
Like,
ID
look at my
marked.
fucking splits after this. Boom. Actually, we got a bad desert discovery, so I'm not sure.
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large
that was
numbers
a
of humans
great slide.
resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
Okay, the hardest part coming up is the menuing in the atom fight.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
I've never been blocked by that thing before. I didn't even know you could be. Oh, come on. Hey, Excuse me? Fucking get in. Hello? What the fuck? That kind of shit makes me mad. That's like the easiest clip in the run. No joke. Like, not even angles is easier than that. Maybe the only one that's easier than that is Flooded City. Oh, fuck's sake. Losing time on silly stuff.
What is this?
Don't know why that first one dodged away, but it's gonna put a spanner in the works. Wasn't too bad. Oh, let's have a great atom fight like the last attempt. Hey, 9S, doing fucking work. But I don't get the experience, so maybe stop. Prefer it if you just kept them away from me, kind of. Yep, okay, so this is a pretty decent fight. Start was a little rough. Oh, let's not do that. Okay. So we should be able to. Just punch him. Okay. That almost didn't work. A9S, fuck off. I didn't really taunt too much there, so I'm not sure. Yeah, no. Oh, what the fuck happened there? He got his counterattack stopped or something.
Come on, through that hole.
That was lucky. I'm not really sure about that movement.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command. Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact command.
Swag.
Okay, this is good. We should be able to reach command here.
Okay, so that was probably better than average. Usually I mess something up there.
Go ahead.
Operator, we just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat.
Not afraid of saying that. I think everyone knows how inconsistent I am with me finishing like 4 or 5 minutes behind my PB in races. Really a reset kind of person.
Hey, thanks. Oh. What can I?
So what we picked up there is a resilience chip. When we do equip that in the future, before A2, that'll mean that we don't get staggered. Oh god, what are they doing? I don't get staggered when I'm above 80% health. And that is incredibly useful, especially because we found a new thing called double damage glitching, typically
Their
we'd
boxes are online, so we presume they're still alive.
do this thing called
We
damage
tracked the
glitching,
location of their signals,
which is a
so
certain
we
attack
need
that
all
gets a
your units
huge
on the surface
multiplier
head
to its
over and
damage,
investigate.
almost 5 times, which is the spinning sword,
I heard
and
something
we'll
about
just
that
use that for our
Buffalo
combat.
resistance camp.
But Kasern, a runner of our community, recently
I'm
found...
worried
Hold
about
on,
the other androids.
hit focus.
We should probably check. Looks like our surface route's been cut
Nice.
off. So to be.
The Kasern, a member of our community, recently found that you can equip a small sword in heavy in both slots and do a damage glitch in one slot, and then swap between and do a
There's no
damage
point
glitch in
trying to
another
work out
slot.
unsolvable problems.
I suppose.
So that's double damage glitch. Unlike how it sounds, it doesn't actually give you double damage, it gives you more like probably 9 times damage. You count both the swords. Almost doubles our DPS previously though,
What the?
Wow.
so it makes some boss fights absolutely fucking insane. Anyway, when we're doing that, we're pretty much putting all of our combat time into... into doing the double spinning sword, because we have to sit there casting it over and over again. So having that stagger resist is extremely useful. We can still get dodge locked, which is where you dodge an attack over and over again, usually whirly arms. Because the way we cast damage glitch is by dashing and heavy attacking at the same time, and obviously dashing is a evade, so when you're casting it and you want to cast it and an enemy is attacking you, you just dodge instead and can't get out of it. Keep dodging and moving. So yeah, it doesn't help with that, but if we're in the bit where we're actually throwing the sword and spinning around and doing the flippy thing, then yeah, stagger resist helps a lot. That was a really long-winded explanation, I'm sorry for that.
So what do you think?
And for some reason I think double damage glitching doesn't work on this roller coaster in particular. I'm not sure why. Just doesn't seem to. Like, yeah, swapping weapon and casting with the other one just gets rid of the other sword. My cat is about to be really annoying. No, sorry cat, I'm a bit busy. Go back to sleep. Please don't meow at the door like you're about to. She's just gonna have to wait until I don't know when.
What the hell?
Maybe Death Warp.
Say anything about a machine like this.
So yeah, as you can see, the boss's health is just fucking melting. Hey, come back here. That's really annoying. 9S aggroed her, so she moved towards 9S instead of towards the stage. Oh well. I guess I can let him out here. Kinda quick.
It's trying to hack us. If we take hacking damage, it'll affect our bodies as well.
Are we seriously being attacked?
That's the
with
real
dead
skill right there.
Wait, I don't think.
Cat letting out.
I'm detecting black box signals. They are dead. They've been turned into weapons.
Alright, 9S is fucking doing work. So we're gonna try not to get hacked here. Awesome. That was a really good hacking phase. Not only because we didn't get hacked, but because our combat was very effective. Dashing and punching one set while shooting at others. So you can see she just fucking melts there. Okay.
That machine
Got
made some
drunk.
pretty weird
Sorry if there were loud
noises.
noises while I was
It's
doing
almost
the
like it had actual
cat
emotion.
The
stuff.
machines don't have feelings.
Anyway,
You said that
I'm not sure if I mentioned, but
Yeah,
I'm not looking at my splits
I guess.
during this run, which is completely unusual for me.
Hostiles.
So that's why I'm not dissecting the time losses and time saves on the go. Because it puts me in a bad mindset. It's much easier if I'm just trying to like narrate how the run works along the way. Puts my mind onto something that's not about time save or time loss or how I messed something up. I mean, I speak about that a little bit still, but yeah.
So why don't the machines, or the aliens who created them, attack the bunker directly? They originally came here from outer space, right?
Well,
So
there
this
are a
bit's
few
just
theories about
fast
that.
horizontal
No one
movement,
knows for sure.
adding a dash
Hard
here
to
to
tell
make
what
my
an
strides
alien is
work out
thinking,
to
you
swing
know?
through this cutscene. That was really close to not working.
They all have white flags.
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
Save.
Map data obtained from bunker.
There's a period there where you can save, but you can't. I mean, where you can't save, but you can
Hard to get
exit.
an accurate picture from this.
So if you try to do
Our satellite resolution isn't so high.
accept
Hopefully
decline
we can
input
post a new
immediately,
satellite soon.
then you'll just exit without
General
saving.
idea is good enough.
Operator 60 to 2B.
What I did there was plunge into the dialogue trigger for 6.0
Contact.
as soon as possible, because that's a limiting factor in how fast we can progress once we get to resistance camp. Because we need to speak to someone, and we can't speak to an enemy while 6.0 is talking.
Turn me down.
Should get there just in time.
Honestly, 2B, I don't know how I'm supposed to go on living.
I am definitely not the person to discuss this with.
I don't think I can stand spending one more day in this bunker.
You leaving would be bad.
Actually, I'm not so sure
It would
anymore.
affect mission efficiency.
Yeah, I doubt I'm gonna get there on time.
Are you saying you need me, 2B?
All Model B combat units require the assistance of an
Maybe I
operator.
will.
So,
2B?
It's fine.
that's all. Closing this channel.
Well, what do you think?
Please hit me. Thank you.
Now do you believe we're not a threat?
Last time it went for 9s instead. Cancel that dialogue by shooting a machine. Go to hell. I don't know how I didn't get over the ladder there.
What's that noise?
2B, this is an emergency transmission from the bunker. We're reading a Goliath-class enemy inside the city ruins, and it looks like there are a ton of
So
other
this
machines
section
there
here
with
is
it.
just about
All your
optimized
high units
movement.
should proceed and engage immediately.
A Goliath? This was a trap. I knew it.
Lots of dash swinging.
2B, command is deploying new
I messed it up a bit there, but it doesn't matter too much
So let's get going.
in the long run. And yeah, a lot of people don't take optimal pathing through here, so like they might take the right general path around the buildings,
Yeah, no.
but they don't beeline to the destination.
The flight units should be on the roof of
I
that
don't
building
like it when it
overhead.
does that.
It'll be dangerous, but we're not going anywhere unless we pass through that Goliath's legs.
For obvious
Be
reasons.
careful.
But yeah, I'm taking as straight a path as possible to this ladder shining in the distance. Good, so we just jumped through a hole in that wall that devs left for us. Thank you. We used to go over the wall, but it was a complicated set of maneuvers and it's a bit slower than that. That one was found like a month ago maybe now. That hole in the wall. It's a lot easier than jumping over. Although somehow I still mess it up. It's kind of a small hole, apparently. I think we only lost a little time from grabbing that tree root instead of dashing onto it. Pray for no plunge glitch. Oh god.
We've intercepted a signal belonging
That's also
to the
bad.
aliens. These are the creatures that are in direct command of the machine life forms on this planet. If we can destroy them, we can end this long and arduous war once and for all.
But it seems to be underground.
Oh no.
Like
Fuck
way
you.
underground.
Piece of
Guess
shit.
we'll see once we get there.
Alright, well,
If we're lucky.
don't follow that movement.
You're not much
Follow
for
that
playing,
path,
are you,
but don't
Toby?
do exactly what I did. If you are learning this game. And don't do that. Prime example of what not to do on the way to
Seems like
negotiations.
they've been here for a long time.
What is this place?
I don't know. There's nothing like it in the database.
Probably losing about 3 seconds, at least.
You.
Actually, probably more.
Look out!
That was a lot of bad
My name is
movement.
Adam. The aliens you seek.
But anyway,
are
it's
here.
none of my business
They were
because I'm not
wiped
looking
out
at my
centuries
times.
ago by us, the machines.
Wiped out.
And who knows? Perhaps we'll wipe out the androids next. Machines are weapons capable of evolution. We can grow. We can become aware. Eventually, the intelligence within our network began to surpass that of our creators. You'd
Hit
probably
me.
be surprised.
I do actually want to use up these
You
recoveries.
destroyed your own creators?
Oh, there's no need to fret about that. They were simple.
I don't like having small recoveries there because when you go to use the large ones and recover a large pool of health, suddenly you have to use 4 of them to recover the same amount of health.
Why them?
Because they are an enigma. They
That can be deadly.
Uncountable numbers of their own kind, and yet loved in equal measure. It's fascinating, don't you think? What could possibly drive such behavior? We have dedicated ourselves to unraveling this riddle of humanity, and now we will allow you to assist us. You were made in their image, after all.
There's a fun clip out that we can't use.
We need you to locate the humans on the moon and bring them to us.
Nice one.
We will then dissect and analyze them in order to drag their secrets forth into the light. Surely you see the attraction in this.
Are you insane? We'd never do that! Can you believe this, 2B? This guy's bonkers.
Well, I suppose this concludes negotiations. The only remaining option is to destroy you. The same way we destroyed these
Oh.
pathetic little aliens.
Nice one. Never seen that happen before.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably a big time loss there.
This way again? What a pain.
Stop complaining.
Yeah.
2B, this is Operator 60. We now have an operational transporter in the city ruins. We're attempting to deploy them at other points as well.
This guy doing all the way out here.
Care to fill me in?
Transporters?
Please
They
let me
you
through.
transfer your consciousness to a temporary body back in the bunker. I heard.
Probably be dashing into that ladder. Oi. Alright, well, bad movement and mashing all around. Oh my god. Freaking out, man. So coming up will be a moment of truth where I find out what chips I have.
Then the of your not.
Please walk. So I just did a slight dialogue skip there for like 3 or 4 seconds time, so
I'll rest if I feel like it.
not over my PB, but over otherwise strats. This next split's a really fun one, and pretty jam-packed with tech. Ugh. Always do that. Just whack my head on the roof. Alright, and we also do a lot of shopping here. Selling stuff to make menu space and to get money. And to get chip room. See, at least 2 crits there, so that's good. Just gonna go ahead and equip them now. There's our resilience. Okay, 2 crit plus 1s. I'm satisfied. Oh god, didn't do that right. So we're just jumping over a dialogue trigger here.
Say, 2B.
That was really silly of me.
What?
When do you think you'll be willing to call me Nines?
9S works just fine.
Well, yeah, but... Man, this job can be pretty rough sometimes, huh?
We don't get to choose our assignments. And you should work on keeping your opinions in check. Yorha aren't allowed to be emotional, remember?
I think some of us are better at that than others. This must be the commercial structure Pascal was talking about. The records say it was once a facility known as a shopping center.
Okay, here's another big dialogue skip actually. Saves about 10 seconds. And here we're making very good use of having 2 spinning swords out at once.
He's just running away.
And unfortunately we got a bit boned there, because he decided to run away fairly early, just cause AI. And so when it came time to kill him last, he was really far away, and getting further away.
Looks like the forest is just ahead.
I'm glad I have at least some crits though. So this will be 4% chance to deal 500% damage. So that's what crits are in this game.
Here they come. Better keep your guard up.
I'm aware of how to fight. You just be careful.
I will, 2B.
What is with these guys?
Don't listen to what they're saying, 2B.
Oh wow, we didn't get the how are we gonna get to that castle dialogue. That's strange, I've never had that happen before. Does that mean I went fast? Hopefully. Just some bad movement. Don't look. Don't have to do all those inputs there. I'm just doing them just to make sure I get up. So that was pretty poor movement. Please don't get in my way, Moose. So we just punch through this wall. If it would let us, it'd be great. We're way out of bounds here. And then they gave us these nice windows to climb up so that our out of bounds would be fruitful. Not wasted potential. So thank you FromSoft. Not FromSoft. Similar, but not FromSoft. Thank you Platinum is what I meant to say.
2B, that's an android. A Yorha-type android.
Alert. This unit is currently wanted
Alright,
by Yorha.
this is the fight that determines all.
Annihilation?
My worst fight of the game.
Why?
Let's go, 9S.
2B?
And it's one that no one else really seems to have much trouble with.
Bunker to 2B and 9S. We've picked up a signal from the black box of a fugitive known as A2. What you see in front of you is your enemy.
Oh. Okay, that was pretty good.
Deserted us. She's
I obviously made some
Let's
mistakes,
go after her, 2B.
but that was good. It's a lot tougher for me with double damage glitch, but it does save time, so it's just harder to reposition when you're casting damage glitch so much. Spacing is really important for that fight, because A2 is a little bit different from other humanoid bosses in that she's not solid to the spitting sword. So the sword will just go right through her and could potentially spin way behind her and not even hit her. So you've got to be the right distance away for it to spin on top of her. And that's part of what makes that fight so challenging.
It'll be faster.
So there was another dialogue skip there for almost 2 seconds. Cancel some dialogue letting us activate the terminal sooner than otherwise.
Why did you ask Pascal about A2?
Huh?
It's not recommended to interface with machines without consulting commands.
Coming up to another little bit of a tough fight.
Still, machines are the enemy. Don't forget it.
Oh, it's no so
After some skippage. Some delicious skippage. Assuming everything goes well. Okay, so we hit the cutscene trigger for the discovery of Flooded City under there, which lets us progress, and then we are back up here. I'm just going to do that for safety.
Let's take him out already so I can be home in time for dinner.
And then we
back.
come over here,
Androids
hit a
don't
respawn
need
trigger, which
as long
sets
as
our
you
respawn
perform
point to
regular
up here.
maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
Okay. That fidget spinner went really well. It's a difficult enemy to take on. Oh, they're all dead.
That's the last of the machines.
Well, that was a very good short fight.
2B.
Really, I didn't realize they were dead until a few seconds after. But still, I'm not going to complain about that. It's pretty quick. So yeah, we used to have small sword on the light slot, which made taking down that fidget spinner in midair a lot easier. Now we have to punch it instead of slashing it, which obviously deals less damage. Still, it ended up okay. I think I got a crit or two. It's pretty nice. Cool. Okay. So, in this next section, it's a really long shmup. And basically, our main goal, aside from the mini-boss fights, is just to soak up as much experience as possible. Now when NieR kills something, he takes the experience. So we want to try and get as many kills as possible before he does. I think he took a couple there. Basically going to be trying to aim wherever he's aiming because that's the most important place. I do far more damage than him, but still, he sometimes manages to take them. And when he takes a boss kill, those bosses give monumental experience gain. So that's huge if he takes one of those.
Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
Like this guy, 1.4k experience. All those little flyers gave 3 experience each. So yeah, we don't want this stolen from us. If we do, it's pretty much GG to level 20 by the end of the run. We'll just sit on level 19. Thankfully it doesn't happen too often. Especially because we finish it off in a big burst of damage like this. So we heard the ding. I think. Kinda hard to hear.
Didn't I kill that already? What on? If it's that big, we should be able to see it.
Is that a machine?
It's freaking huge. Crap! It's blocking close-range attacks with EMP blasts. We've got to find another way to damage it.
2B, Command is attempting to launch a satellite laser strike on your target, but the enemy's electromagnetic camouflage is making it impossible to aim. We need you to find the emitter and take it out.
Oh, is that all?
I know, but it's the only way.
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal. Destroy the generator quickly. Obtained from Command.
Go ahead.
The only known record of this machine lifeform is a lone sighting 320 years ago. Upon reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance fighters in the vicinity were annihilated.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Affirmative.
So here's the first generator out of 3. This one's the most difficult to do effectively. Four, 5, 6. Okay, we got bad luck, so they rotated into bad positions. Okay, we got that kill as well, which is great. And the other 2 he's actually not able to steal from us because he won't be here anymore.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier.
NieR is going bye-bye. In a bit. Not quite yet.
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer, 4B. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
Let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
We've got mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
All hell Bane.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
So you can actually slow-mo Grun. The same way you'd slow-mo on foot with pod program, except you don't need to cycle it. You can just hold it. And that slows down Grun, but doesn't slow down the rail cannon that we use. So that can be useful to ensure that you are getting one cycle with the 3 shots into the mouth, because that second shot can sometimes be a little bit shitty, especially if you're at a low frame rate and if you're not mashing quickly enough.
Hey 2B, I think I have another idea. You keep that thing right where it is, okay? What? Please 2B, this is gonna work.
This music's absolutely fucking amazing, by the way. I don't think it gets enough praise.
No! He has a plan. Just hold on.
I'm going to see if we can use those missiles back on the shore. But I need you to destroy the EMP unit on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off course.
On.
So yeah, NieR isn't here to take our experience anymore, and that's dandy. Now these ones are very easy to one cycle as long as you get good RNG, because in the end the RNG decides whether you one cycle it or not. Okay, let's come over here, pod program. That was very close. I wasn't close enough when I did the pod program. That's why. Okay, we stand right here. And so we can take out this generator and the next one with just one pod program once they're exposed. That's because we're in a different perspective to the first generator. So the pod program changes depending on which flight unit perspective you're in. The first one, they come out in kind of 2 straight sprays, 2 straight pulses. In this one they come out curvy, and we use that a few places in the run to abuse messed up hitboxes and hit them with many bullets. You do have to be standing front and center in front of those generators though. This is the final wave with the epic music. God, I love this soundtrack. Such a blast. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we go right up close. Boom. Good. Great RNG. They didn't go to the wrong spots. Don't want. Okay, stand right in front. There we go. And that's Grun done. But we should have gained saved time because of that shore fight. We messed up the skip last time, flooded city skip. And we also messed up the auto scroller a bit from memory. We're doing a funny death warp here, where we revive over here. It's a long way away from where we actually started that sequence of movements. And that's the same thing that's been done a few times in the run. We call them Mario Kart skips because they're often abused in time trials in Mario Kart. Hitting a respawn trigger somewhere so that you respawn over there instead of where you just came from. This is arguably the most precise skip in the run. A very precise angle. And I got it first try, with a little setup. But still faster than my PB, I believe. So that angle is extremely precise, and there are so many different ways to go about it, using different indicators, different rocks, different camera angles. So yeah, it's a very controversial skip. If you're not in the community. If you are in the community, you'd know that already.
This area is composed of crystallized silicon and carbon.
What's with the corpses?
It is unlikely the Yorha units came this far on their own. Hypothesis: the enemy must have placed them here deliberately.
Here's a recently found skip. There's a lot of time.
Have a keen interest in humanity, love,
Clip out here.
religion.
Now he has a really long monologue. We call it mansplaining. Or robo-splaining. Shoutouts to Fog, by the way. Anyway, so we're gonna skip that. We can't skip this part that's happening right now. Just gonna wait for this elevator to come down to us. And his dialogue's actually split into 3 chunks, so we need to wait for the 3rd chunk to use this one-time dialogue trigger on it. There we go. So Pod overrides his dialogue, and since his dialogue is finished, the next phase of the fight can begin. That saves about 50 seconds, I think? 40? I'm not sure. It's fucking huge. This used to be the AFK time, we just stand behind a cube and go to the toilet or whatnot. So, lots of double damage glitching here, triggered the dialogue, so now we have to wait for this dialogue for the phase to progress. We don't want him to teleport like that, but it worked out okay. And I'm a little low on health. I think I'm just gonna heal instantly. Please don't insta-kick me. Ooh, that's a scary attack right there. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that attack has lots of tendrils. Didn't save as much time on that third phase as I would have liked. Because if you're just double damage glitching all the way, just bam, 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 it goes so quickly. But yeah, that attack is unfortunate. Just gonna take it easy here. Don't want to throw the run. Okay, so we just skipped another piece of dialogue. It's a bit hard to explain. Basically, it's just more dialogue overrides. This time it was a text dialogue already happening, and then I walked into a trigger for, well, I jumped into a trigger for a verbal dialogue.
Something tells me this is going to involve a lot of killing.
So yeah.
Procure information from the machine life form known as Pascal.
And that was so I could buy those skill salves at the vendor there. They'll help on the final
Can
boss.
you hear me?
Oh, hello, 2B. Do you need something?
I need to know if you've seen any new trends or behaviors among the machines.
New trends? Well,
Oh.
2 days ago I was contacted by some
Messing up
machines
this
that
movement
disconnected
because I'm greedy.
themselves from the network.
Should just do the
They
plunge
wanted to
there
discuss
always,
the
really.
peace treaty.
No kidding.
Start the jump from
Apparently,
lower down.
They're seeking to form an alliance of some kind with our village.
If that's what they want, why don't they move in?
I believe they're working on building a colony of their own.
You don't say.
Indeed. Apparently it's located in the abandoned factory. I can give you the coordinates if you'd like.
Please.
I was actually planning to go speak with them myself,
Nice.
you know. Maybe we can meet up over there?
Sounds good.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Did mess up the movement there a little bit though.
The machines who seek to form an alliance with my village are hiding out here. Still,
So all is not perfect. So this split is also
Even you?
very full on with the skips. We have a silo skip coming up. And it is a big time save. A minute and a half, I think, overdoing the whole factory. It basically skips the whole factory. Goes to different bits via out of bounds, hits some triggers. And it's very tough for most people. It's probably the most complex and difficult sequence of maneuvers in the run. See, all the hard stuff is in the end game. Not all of it, but most of it. And it's after that 15-minute auto-scroller, most importantly. I won't be calm. Stressing. Stressing hard.
So why are you still here?
Jumpy jump. Shoutouts to panpipes, by the way.
Appreciated.
So this is another orgy fight, kind of like the Atom Pit orgy in the desert. Lots and lots of stubbies. We've got some small bipeds as well. I'm just taunting them for fun, really. The taunt doesn't persist over the cutscene. Anyway, so there's a lot of potential for variation here. Especially with the RNG, with what attacks they're going to give you. Like I could get evade locked like this, that's what I was talking about before. And also RNG with what enemies lock-on gives you, because obviously the game has an automatic lock-on system. So that was an average fight. Just need to kill a set number of those for the elevator to open. I want Pascal to come in. So I swapped halfway from doing double damage glitch to just doing slow-mo because I was sick of being stun locked. Ugh. Okay. Okay. It's the first kind of hard bit done. So it's pretty consistent for me. Of course we have to wait for Pascal because he's a jerk. We don't normally have to, but sometimes he just decides to play like that. Clip out here, do a big plunge. We hit a trigger here and void out. Back up here, so we are very high up. We can go to other places in the factory, like the end. So here we are at the end of the deep factory.
Exit route secured.
Thanks.
We could have come there originally straight off the bat by clipping out during that orgy fight, but yeah, they're unnecessary triggers. Otherwise, So-Shi, this boss, won't spawn. Now, if everything goes well in this boss fight, he should go down very quickly. You can break his legs to knock him out and then deal damage to him, but it's actually quicker to not have to wait for him to get back up after you've dealt enough damage for the phase transformation. So what we do instead, now that we have double damage glitch to make it consistent, is just go straight for the body. I'm just getting stuck up here, keeping myself up here until the time's right to come back down.
I've been keeping an eye on you. I'm gonna shut off power to the factory now.
And I'm just listening to the music for that cue. And then as soon as we get back down, we're ready to go. He doesn't do any silly attacks like kamikaze bombers. Is the worst thing that can possibly happen. Taunting. Great. So he'll get cancelled out of that attack. Hopefully he gives us a nice attack, but we're getting lots of crits, so it shouldn't matter anyway. And I broke a leg because he slightly rotated and I didn't compensate for it. So that's pretty annoying. Slower than just going straight for the leg. Okay. The cat is outside my room meowing, but what he doesn't know is that I'm actually on a pretty good pace run. It's a little bit distracting. Meow. Meow. I think he can hear me speaking about him. He's not happy. Oh, and we got screwed by fucky staircases there. Which almost never happens to me anymore, but so be it. But here we have to be very careful. It's a bit annoying. Don't like getting stuck there. Overall pretty sloppy second part of the factory. I mean, yeah, it was really sloppy. And you can see that in the time loss, probably.
I need to return and investigate as soon as possible. When I do, perhaps you'd be willing to join me?
No thanks.
I'd probably commentate every run like this, but at the moment I'm only commentating the runs that I think are ahead and might actually PB, which is probably a bad habit to be in, seeing as I'm trying not to look at my splits or think about time save. Hey, can you get up? Thanks.
Say again? I'm not receiving.
Scanning for interference.
Again, more sloppy movement, but in the long run it doesn't really matter.
Forces in range. Please, we can...
I mean, it might.
Let's move.
Oh, come on. Never done that before.
Why are their numbers increasing like this?
Cause unknown.
Try contacting the bunker via laser relay system.
Affirmative.
So coming up we have all the intense endgame fights. It's pretty much like a boss rush. There is quite a bit of time to gain here if I do everything perfectly. Now, double damage glitch plus that resilience chip we picked up earlier in the run makes this side scroller an absolute breeze. Not a great start. And we want these big guys to give us not the slow death animations where they lie on the ground. Now that wasn't a great move to get stuck between them like that. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. This is really bad. Hey. Did that thing die? I guess it did. One at the back. Okay, good. If it didn't die and I came all the way back here, I would have been pretty pissed. That was just poor positioning. Please don't do that in your runs if any of the runners are watching this. Oh. I've already done that, thanks. Of course I'm breaking a leg because I'm bad. Also don't do that.
Local machine life forms are converging on the area.
This is never going to
Okay.
end.
Ooh, don't break another leg.
The Goliath-class enemy screen has summoned the local machine
Okay.
life forms. Proposal: destroy the Goliath.
Self-destruct there for a ton of extra experience. Like, it's actually huge. Something like 400.
2B, you okay?
I'm fine.
Now we're definitely gonna get level 20 for Eve.
Right.
This guy absolutely melts. Everything goes well. Man, my camera is having a fit. So I messed some stuff up. Man, this is not great. Should have been done 10 seconds earlier than that. Extra experience again. So these endgame fights, basically from the start of Factory onwards, hasn't been going very well for me.
What do we do? There's too many.
2B? 2B, can you hear me? Our village is under...
I'm guessing.
Pascal? Come in, Pascal! Shit!
Yep. Good. Good job. But I'm not too mad about it. Just gonna try to enjoy. It'd be amazing if this was a sub 130 pace though. But I doubt it is. It might even be in red right now, I don't know. Kinda hard to tell in such a long run.
Damn it! They're here too!
9S! It seems the
So,
machine
again,
They sealed off the entrance to the village and are trying to hold them off.
just double damage glitching.
There's only so much
Hoping
we
for a
can do.
kinda quick
Let's
fight.
get these guys out first.
Nice, 0 cycle.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's about as quick as that core is gonna get.
On the network all went berserk at the same moment.
Typically he'd drop his core on the ground and you would hit that and it'd deal like double damage or something.
It's gotta be.
If we
But we
destroy
skipped
this
that because we
result,
killed him early
stop
enough.
the rest.
He's doing normal damage.
Likely, yes.
And that's only possible with double damage glitch and crits as far as I can tell. Unless I'm just bad.
We'll take care of
I don't know.
You just worry about keeping the village
More
safe,
extra
okay?
kills here.
Careful.
People should go for. Alright. Kinda complicated fight. I'm gonna try not to go too fast here. There we go. I'm not going to explain what I did there. Well, I basically just skipped a really long attack. Well, kind of like a sub-phase where he goes up into the air. And it's hard to deal damage to him. Oh my god, this damage, dude. Please hack into him, 9S. Okay. I think dealing tons of damage like that is actually not beneficial, because 9S has hacked him earlier than that in the past. Something breaks in the game when you deal too much damage. So this is where those skill salves I bought after Grun are very useful. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to laser. Whoops. Should stop doing that too. This is really bad damage. Keep on accidentally pod launching. Be focusing on lasers here. They're our main source of damage. Oh. So this is the final phase of the final boss. I wonder how I'm going for time. And this is very RNG dependent actually. What? I didn't mean to swap weapons there. Can unlock to a truer aim if you're good at actually aiming it. So swapping pods give me kinda nice RNG. Okay, that is the run. Please don't break my heart, please don't break my heart. Oh shit. Yes! Fuck yeah. How are we that far ahead throughout the whole run? What the fuck? I thought I was like maybe 30 seconds ahead. Yes! Sub 129.30 baby. I wasn't even going for that, I was going for sub 30. Oh god, I can't even. Oh. Fuck man, feels amazing. Okay, I gotta stop the recording before it maybe corrupts or something, I don't know, I don't want this to be ruined, but oh my god, it's been a blast running this game. That is amazing. Still gonna be pushing for sub 129, but god, that feels great. There were so many mistakes in that run. Even if you didn't know the game well, you knew I was making mistakes everywhere. Wow. Anyway, this game's an amazing run. I encourage anyone who's kind of dubious about picking it up to just give it a go. It's got a lot to learn. I put 500 hours into the speedrun probably. And yeah, it's... look, my time's not even perfect. But yeah, almost sub 127 summer best, wow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the Automata community, because it's probably the best speedrunning community I've ever been in, honestly. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching.